Trying to show off, Meg spent tons of money on a fact checker while she barely can afford herself. The Duchess of Sussex's Spotify podcast Archetypes will return today after taking a month-long hiatus following the Queen's death in September. Meghan Markle hired a fact checker for her Spotify podcast Archetypes, a report has revealed. American writer Nicole Pasulka has reportedly been hired to work in the role. According to Nicole's website, she shared, I write about criminal justice, activism, race, music, business, queer culture, and gender for Harper's, NPR, The Believer, Mother Jones, New York, Vice, Hazlitt, and BuzzFeed. Wow. For my 2014 report on police relations with the transgender community, I received the I.F. Stone Award from the National Institute and a grant from the Fund for Investigative Journalism. In addition to my written work, I've done audio reporting for KCRW's The Organist and The Life of the Law. An article I wrote about surfer Eddie Aikau was included in the 2013 Best American Sports Writing Anthology, and my essay on music for funeral homes was featured on NPR's All Things Considered. I've worked at Mother Jones magazine, been a Google Journalism Fellow at Investigative Reporters and Editors, and I'm currently writing a book about New York City drag performers that will be published by Simon & Schuster. We can see that she has a very impressive profile. Ms. Pasulka also published her book about Brooklyn's drag scene, How You Get Famous, in June. The book is said to be a deep dive into New York City's underground drag scene. The book received plaudits as an engaging book that will appeal to scholars of gender, as well as anyone with an interest in queer culture. However, there is currently no suggestion that Pasulka's role will extend beyond the podcast. That's a shame. A fact checker could cut through the confusion which has occasionally, and unfortunately, followed some of Meg's statements. For example, in an interview with American magazine The Cut, she recalled chatting to a South African cast member of The Lion King at the film's 2019 London premiere. He said, I just need you to know, when you married into this family, we rejoiced in the streets the same we did when Mandela was freed from prison, Meghan recalled. Yet, Dr. John Carney, the only South African cast member, has pointed out that he has never met Meghan and wasn't at the premiere. Of course, as the late Queen memorably put it on another occasion, recollections may vary. Throughout each episode of her recently released podcast titled Archetypes, the Duchess of Sussex has opened up about her personal life during intimate conversations centered around gender-specific stereotypes and labels. This is Archetypes, the podcast where we dissect, explore, and subvert the labels that try to hold women back, she says in the teaser. I'll have conversations with women who know all too well how these typecasts shape our narratives, and I'll talk to historians to understand how we even got here in the first place. Following its release on August 23rd, the podcast has drawn in a global audience, topping Spotify charts around the world. In addition to featuring big names such as Serena Williams and Mariah Carey in recent episodes, Markle revealed to The Cut that Constance Wu, Issa Rae, Lisa Ling, Margaret Cho, and Ziwei are also slated to appear. Only 4 weeks into its premiere season, Meghan Markle's Archetypes podcast is taking a pause. New episodes of Archetypes will be paused during the official mourning period for Her Majesty the Queen, the description now reads on Spotify. According to The Telegraph, the podcast will be on hold for up to 6 weeks as a mark of respect. Before that, the Sussexes made a surprise appearance with Prince William and Kate, Princess of Wales, at Windsor Castle. The foursome reunited to view floral tributes to the Queen and to speak with the well-wishers gathered outside.